fire ignites passion and creativity. Free your imagination with the slim, sleek, and beautiful new Huawei P8.
With over 3 billion internet users worldwide and 40% of growth in data every year, digital really is the defining trend for business. Welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Software AG Innovation World 2015.
We arrived at Vegas International Airport, and the first thing that strikes you about the city is its remote nature. First up though, a little history on Vegas itself. On July 3, 1930, President Herbert Hoover signed the appropriation bill for the Boulder Dam. The dam was later renamed Hoover Dam during the Truman administration. Work started on the dam in 1931, and Las Vegas's population swelled from around 5,000 citizens to 25,000, with most of the newcomers looking for a job building the dam. However, the demographic of the workforce, consisting of males from across the country with no attachment to the area, created a market for large-scale entertainment. A combination of local Las Vegas business owners, Mormon financiers, and mafia crime lords helped develop the casinos and showgirl theaters to entertain the largely male dam construction workers. While the strip was booming, the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission on January 27, 1951, detonated the first of over 100 atmospheric explosions at the Nevada test site. These atmospheric tests would continue until the enactment of the Partial Test Ban Treaty in 1963, when the tests moved underground. Las Vegas advertised the explosions as another tourist attraction and offered atomic cocktails in sky rooms that offered a great view of the mushroom clouds. In 1966, Howard Hughes, the eccentric hero of the American aviation industry and noted American entrepreneurial financier with vast connections to long-established networks in the country, moved to Las Vegas. He was instrumental in changing the image of Las Vegas from its Wild West roots into a more refined cosmopolitan city. And it's into this cosmopolitan city that we arrived.
Software AG Innovation World has only just begun. Now behind me is an innovation showcase where customers and partners of Software AG will be based for the duration of the event. Let's take a look.
Digital companies are software companies. In the digital world, every company becomes more or less a software company. For example, take Uber. You all know them. Uber doesn't own one taxi, but the business has $40 billion value. Uber has a software platform which is the operating system, the operating model for a global booking mechanism for taxis or trailers.
This event here in Las Vegas is called our Innovation World. There we have a big collection of great customers we have here in the Americas, but also some from Europe and from throughout the world are here. And the big opportunity is that all the customers see the full size of Software AG, and this is important because the big move to digitize the enterprise, to digitize society, requires a partner who has a long-standing relationship with the customer. Therefore, it must be a company who has the breadth and depth as Software AG has it.
I think what's important for us is, as you know, there's a big change in the world currently, and especially the business world. It's very disruptive. And this is all about the new type of business model that incorporates what we call digital business going forward. These are companies that drive a significant amount of revenue out of services, out of customer centricity, as well as a digital platform like the Ubers and the eBays and Amazons of this world.
Now let's take it back to Africa and maybe South Africa, because Software AG has a footprint there. How are we looking in terms of broadening the reach that Software AG has in the African continent?
So we've made significant investment in South Africa in terms of skills, in terms of people that we have, and also we have a significant customer base in South Africa. What we've also found is that some of our key organizations that use our technology have expanded into Africa, into Northern Africa, into Central Africa, And so we're using a two-pronged approach, the one being that we actually move with those companies, we partner with those companies, move with them in Africa and support their business solutions in Africa. But the second approach is that we become very partner-centric in terms of the way we deliver into Africa. We realize that Africa is a large continent with various cultures, understanding their business environments. So we find the most effective way for us to actually move into business into Africa is to actually use local partners that are based in Africa, train them, support them, and make them provide our solutions to the customers in that region.
Software AG has built what we call now this digital business platform, where we believe we are the first, neutral vendor that can offer to customers a true end-to-end open platform that could enable customers to really stand out in the digital world, managing this layer of differentiation, this layer of innovation, where clearly, as I mentioned in my keynote, this is not also only about automating the processes of the past with standard package software, but it's about building custom applications that are strategic for customers. This is all this suite now of product end to end, is coming together in a seamless, integrated way. And while customers might choose to start, with a different layer, some will start with integration, others will start with analytics, or some will even start with a fully fledged solution that goes for a specific industry. We are bringing these customers together to the next level to complete their roadmap towards digital. So we are able now to maintain that as a full integrated suite that goes, of course, and complements our strong Alabaz and natural culture and, of course, product set.
What were you hoping to achieve at this event this year, and have you managed to do it?
Well, that's a question you should not ask me. You should ask our customers, of course. I think really what we wanted to convey today is, again, what you started with. We are a customer-centric company. Our success is only measured by one thing: the success of our customers in driving, this digitization journey that they have all started. Because yes, we do know that if you don't go digital, you go out of business.
Actually, South Africa themselves are innovators in many respects, which is quite interesting. So taking what we've learned from South Africa, what they're doing, especially with government these days, and digitising some of the things they're doing there, and actually talking about that in the other worlds in terms of industry outside of South Africa, there's quite a few synergies there. So people come here to learn about innovation, but we ourselves are learning from our customers, including South African customers, about innovation as well. The way I would summarise it is that no longer are we having just IT conversations. They tend to be very business-focused conversations that, of course, IT has to play a role. But if you think about what digital enterprises are doing, they're blurring the lines between IT and the business. There's very, very little difference in them nowadays.
It's really, I think, a global initiative on technology. So you have a middleware, a set of tools, so to speak. That's of course oversimplifying, but you really have a set of technology features that you can apply across multiple industries. And the difficult part there is always the focus of a specific industry, having the domain expertise, being able to apply it. So for us, for example, it means we bring in predictive analytics capabilities. You have Mosaic and another predictive analytics partner on the data mining side, bringing in data mining expertise. And then together with the platform, streaming analytics platform Apama, for example, you actually leverage the combined strength of all three partners to deliver a solution much faster to a customer.
Tell us a little bit about the partnership that Deloitte has with Software AG.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really founded in the root of what Deloitte Consulting does. Deloitte Consulting is focused on helping our clients transform their businesses. Often clients come to us with a difficult problem that they're facing or a new opportunity that they're trying to get into. And for any organization to transform, what you have to change is the business process. And what we work with Software AG on is we use ARIS, their business process modeling platform, as the foundation of how we deliver our transformation services. So as we work with organizations, we start by understanding their business process, identifying opportunities, and designing for their future.
Tell us about how to actually curb fraud. A lot of people are still very skeptical. I know I'm a bit skeptical about having my information out there, having people call me, and I never really told them I never really gave them my details. So how is it that we can move on with digitization, but also protect ourselves and our enterprises?
Well, there's a number of ways. Obviously, companies have to implement as much of the security as possible, but I think just putting security in alone is not the only answer. A key component of them is to understand customer behavior. So once you understand the way customer behaves traditionally, you can always understand if there's a diversion from that typical behavior. And as soon as you understand the diversion, what you can do is you can identify that there's a possible risk. As an example, if people find that, you have a certain spending pattern in terms of the bank accounts and you spend them on a regular basis, or there's certain areas you spend your money or use your credit card, they can identify that's a normal pattern. As soon as they see a change in the pattern, or they can detect in real time that you've just withdrawn money from an ATM in Johannesburg and now someone's trying to use a credit card of yours in London, they can understand that there's an inconsistency. So one of the things that you heard earlier this morning is something that we talk about, the fact that all of your information should be in memory, which means it gives you instant access to the information that's happening. That allows you to be able to detect changes in pattern and immediately react to that event and actually call the customer and let them know what's happening and also confirm that if it's their behavior that's causing the change in behavior. I think integration has always been the bane of many organizations, and it's actually becoming more and more key, not just in terms of integrating existing underlying systems like the ERP systems and some modern systems, but also being able to integrate the multiple facets of the way you can actually deploy technology in the cloud, on premise, and then also being able to integrate the different sources of information, which is absolutely key. Today we find that customers don't only interact with business, but they interact with social media on Facebook, they interact with Twitter, so you need to bring all that into your understanding of what's happening around you, the environment and the business, integrate that information and then serve it up on a platform where you can analyze it and understand what's happening with the business, the environment, and actually how to react to it.
All this tool set runs on Software AG, so we give an enablement for the customer to make their implementation easier. That's what we do.
So I think that the practical application and the outcomes have been very successful.
We have the right customers with our right strategy, and the customers are using our products to reach their strategy. So I think this is a benefit for the board parties.
So we are walking on the Las Vegas Strip, and all I can say is Vegas really is all it's cracked up to be. Right behind me is Hard Rock Cafe. If you take a turn to my left, it's MGM Grand. It's insane. But yeah, Vegas has really stolen my heart right now. What do you think of Vegas?
A very artificial world.
Is it all it's cracked up to be?
It's just like any other city, but here if you want to live here, you want to come and make a lot of money here. But most people that live here don't hang out on the Strip.
I was really positively surprised because I had heard a lot of bad things. I heard you either hate or love it. But it's actually, I don't think it has to be like that. I think you can really appreciate the positive things like the entertainment, the good weather, the efforts humans put into entertaining humans.
It's one of the most diverse streets in the world. Think about it.
The Las Vegas
Half the
Strip.
people I'm rhyming to don't even know what I'm saying because they don't speak English, because it's people from all over the world. It's a beautiful thing. Music is the language.
I wouldn't live here. I would tell you, come visit a ton, eat all the food, go to all the shows.
Software AG Innovation World 2015 has been nothing short of insightful, but I'm afraid that's all we have time for. From me, Zikhona Masala, it's goodbye.